In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Google account. Next, I will give you an overview of Google Docs and mention how they can be used in an online class as a collaborative tool with students. So let's get started. First, you will go to Google's account creation page and sign up for a free account at accounts.google.com/signup. On this screen, you will complete a form that, once filled out, will create the account. A single username and password allows access to all of Google's apps, including YouTube. I already have a Google account, so I'm just going to click the Sign In button. It already has my email stored, and then it has my password stored, so I'm just going to go ahead and select Sign In. And we are currently looking at your account Google page. On this page, you'll go through and you'll set up your personal information and your security and your privacy settings. Now that we have an account, let's take a look at Google Docs. We'll go up here to the box, which is our Google Apps, and we'll look, and currently we do not see Google Drive. We'll click the More button. It will take us to the next section, which you do see Google Docs. If you didn't see it here, there's even more apps from Google. So we're going to click on Google Docs. This screen allows you to create a blank document or use one of the templates that they have available. And as you can see down below, there are you can see all the Google Docs that I have already created, and it says owned by me. If it was something that was shared with me, it would have someone else's name. Now, Google Docs is a set of tools that allows instructors to stay connected with their students. This set of tools will help students gain communication and collaboration skills. Now, you might hear the term Google Drive, occurring along with people talking about Google Docs. Both exist. They go along hand in hand. Google Drive allows you to store your files in the cloud and share them with others, and Google Docs allows you to do word processing. Now, while this screen is all well and good, it's just Google Docs itself, I like to work out of my Google Drive screen, which then allows me to organize my Google Docs. It allows me to share and create. I can do everything within the Google Drive. So let's go up here and we'll go into Google Drive. So now you're in your Google Drive account. You still can see all your Google documents. And then over on the left-hand side, you can create a new document. Currently, we're looking at my drive, what I have stored. You can click the Shared with Me, which then will just provide you with documents that other people have shared with you. Currently, under My Drive, you're just seeing my documents. So, to create a new document, you'll go to the New button, and you can click on Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. There's even more. So, a Google Doc is similar to Microsoft Word. A Google Sheet is similar to Excel. Google Slides, which used to be called presentations, that's very similar to PowerPoint. And using that More button gives you access to forms, drawings, and maps. Google Forms would let you do a questionnaire or create a survey for your class. Then you've got Google Drawings, which you can do brainstorming, concept maps, and then a new added feature or app to Google is My Maps. As you can see, you can upload files to your drive, and you can create new folders. So let's go ahead and create a new folder, and I'm going to call it collaboration folder, and hit create. And you can see down below it says it's working, and it put it up there at the top. So any new documents I create, I can put in there, and I can go down here and let's say the to whom it may concern document. I just would hold down with my left mouse button, and I'll drag it up there and put it in my collaboration folder. And it lets me undo it if I didn't mean to do that. Now let's open a new document and take a look at a few features of the document. Waiting for it to open here. Okay. Currently, you see that it's an untitled document, so I'm going to call it a test document. And I'll hit enter. And automatically you see the word saving, and it says all changes saved in Drive. This is one feature I love about Google, is that it automatically saves. I cannot tell you how many times I have lost work due to forgetting to go and periodically hit the save button. I love that it automatically saves. So let me type a sentence. This is my test document. Again, you can see at the top all changes are saved in Drive. At the top you've got a toolbar that looks just like Word, so I can highlight my sentence and I can change the font. I can change the size. I can bold it. I can insert a link. I can change the color, and so on. Now, if you are ready to, if your document was done and you're ready to share it with other colleagues or students, you could hit the share button. And a box will pop up and you can start typing in their email addresses. And then you give the option of whether they can edit, can they comment on the document, and can they view it only. If you're sharing it with someone who has a Google account, if you want them to be able to edit it, they can edit it. If you're sharing it with someone who doesn't have a Google account, they can only view it. Another feature I like is that you can comment. So if you're working on this, whether it's with students or colleagues, you're working on this together, you highlight a word, you can go up here to comments, and you can add a comment, and as you can see, it's got my picture, and I can say, what do you exactly mean? And then I'll hit comment. And then for those who are in, or for those that you've shared the document with, whether they're in this with you real time or not, then they can type in the reply box and reply back to what they mean. One thing I forgot to mention with this share button is once you share your document with, 2 people, 10 people, everybody can be in this document making changes at the same time. And I like that because, I took online courses for my master's degree, and we'd have to do group work, and I'd have to wait for, one of my fellow students to make changes, and upload to the file exchange, so I could take it, make my changes, and upload it to the file exchange. But with Google, you guys can be in there literally at the same time making these changes. And I like that. Another option, another feature I like is the revision history. If you go over here to File, and you scroll down to see revision history, it will show you that at 9:22 I highlighted it, and at 9:21 it shows there's nothing. At 9:22 you can see that I typed a sentence. And whenever you clicked on a specific revision, it should ask you, do you want to go back and restore to that previous version? Because as you're working in Google Docs, it's automatically saving. So let's say you did, you deleted something, whatever you did, it was on accident. You can go to revision history and back it up to a previous version. Now that I've mentioned a few features of Google Docs, let's go back to Google Drive. Now that I've mentioned a few features of the Google Doc, how could you use this, I guess, in your course? Now, group projects, collaboration, group projects come to mind. Just like I was telling you earlier, you can get immediate feedback, whether it's from your instructor or your colleagues, your students, your peers. You can have multiple editors. You don't have to wait for someone to upload a new file with changes, and people can comment and help each other work through the document. As I mentioned earlier, the Google Drawing you can have your students brainstorm a topic. They can make a concept map, but you've got your text box, you can put in an image, you can include shapes, pretty much the same kind of toolbar that's going to be in each one of the Google apps, but there'll be some slight tweaks based on what type of app you're using. For instance, go back to Google Drive. With Google Forms, you can create a survey or a questionnaire to present to your students right at the end of the semester, asking for feedback on the course. And last but not least, I believe Google Sheets would be a good app to use if you're working in a math course or accounting course. Again, thank you for viewing this video on Google Docs and collaboration. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact OTC online at online@otc.edu. Thank you.